Why? I said something T against Twitch's TOS.
Oh, what, like
Yep.
simp? I say it all the time.
Shit. Got me there.
Welcome to the one person that watches these.
That'd be me. Hello. Yes. Hi.
Yeah, what's up, man? Glad to have you. To another, I guess, episode of The Shits, or party name TBA. Where we last left off, the group made it rain. Black. Just black liquid that they never determined what it was. Never found out. Never wanted to find out what it was. All the trees lost their leaves immediately. They are all dead. And all of the surrounding forest that you could see for as long as you traveled for a couple days. Again, didn't mind that. Didn't want to learn what that was all about. All you knew is it had something to do with this glowing blue coal that Maxwell picked up. Maxwell also became a 9-foot tall cyclops.
Yay.
Because he attuned to an axe blessed by the one-eyed god of murder and war, Grumch. And you guys had a nice little peaceful night at an inn, where the following morning you decided to, threaten the old racist asshole of an innkeeper who was telling you guys to leave town anyway. Rolling a natural 20, you thoroughly intimidated him by telling him that if he kept messing with you, you would burn down his inn.
You were treating him nice.
Whole
I would've
village,
killed him.
not the inn. I said the whole village.
Oh, right. You would burn down the whole village if he kept treating you guys like crap. On your way out of the village this following morning, you're really just getting about 20 feet from the inn. And just passive perception alone, he's not really hiding. You see this old, ancient dwarf man, this innkeeper, running out of the inn and towards what looks to be the largest kind of main head honcho house in the village, about 30 feet down the road. And that brings us back into things. Besmos, you're not here. And Tonic, you are, at the moment, inside the inn.
Alright.
Baldus,
Of course.
Hawk, Maxwell. You guys see him run to this main big building. Oh, nope.
That's about what I expected.
No, he's a little prettier than that.
I feel insulted.
Nevertheless, Baldus, Hawk, Maxwell, what do you want to do?
I believe last time we decided to scatter quickly.
Yeah, we were
so we don't have to deal with
at a
this.
quick jog out of the village, trying to avoid being bothered.
Okay. You go on a quick jog.
I can run faster than these fucks. Except for the monk, probably.
Thanks,
Well,
Fraz.
can
You're gonna leave the wizard behind. Thank you so much.
Besmos,
Yes.
you didn't know which way these guys went. You just dug yourself out of the
Oh.
ground after tuning to your new cloak
Yeah.
and started walking. It's about now, you guys, Baldus, Hawk, and Maxwell, as you're just getting to the edge of this town, you see the edge of this forest line. Again, dead forest, no leaves on the trees after this crazy magical occurrence happened. You see Besmos walking out of the tree line in your direction.
Fucking giant lizard man.
Giant lizard man. He's a few 100 feet away, as is the tree line. He looks. I mean, he always had like green scales and stuff. He looks pale. His scales are like this sickly, like lime, baby diarrhea green.
How far away are we from the village at this point?
Oh, you're at the edge. You're just getting to the edge of it. And Tonic, you and your room, where you rested for the night, you're starting to hear some commotion out in the village. As Baldus, Hawk, and Maxwell, you all see a small mob starting to form coming out of that main house.
Nope.
Yeah, we're out.
I'm looking at Hawkfeather, Maxwell, and just starting a fireball in my hand and looking at them and looking back to the village. Any issues?
We could just walk away.
We could just leave.
I'm talking about burning down the forest behind us so they don't follow. I don't want to kill them.
I mean, do what you gotta do.
Can't you just use smoke or darkness?
I mm, I've minor illusion. That's about the best I can do on that.
We can run faster than them.
I mean, I can't. I'm really
I'll carry
slow.
you easily. I'll
All
just
right.
carry you then.
Okay, I'll drag up Larry, Prison Bait, and Jack, of course.
I can carry all of them.
They're not heavy. All right.
Yeah, your three little kobold assistants.
All right. Well, things get dicey. I mean, we've got this. So I'm gonna stop the fireball then.
They don't seem to actively be pursuing you. They're just gathering. You see the old dwarven man is kind of not giving like a loud booming speech to these people, but he's like talking to them all about what just happened. Tonic, what would you like to do as you come out of your resting sort of state in your room and you hear this commotion outside?
Guess I'll head straight outside.
All right.
See what's going on.
Outside, you see about 30 feet down the road, there are a large group of common people. This is a very small, very humble fishing village. You see some of them with fishing spears, some of them with just little pitchforks that they use for the small amount of farming that they do on land. It's a small mob, and they're all being directed by this racist asshole of an innkeeper who gave you a room last night. And about 50 feet down the road in the other direction, you see, if you boys would like to describe yourselves.
I mean,
Giant
I think
white cat.
I was gonna say I think Maxwell should start since he's the most clearly seen by everyone.
A 9-foot cyclops with what kind of skin do I have again? Is it still the same thing?
Still the same thing.
With gray skin. Wait, what the hell does my eye look like at this point?
It is red. It is a red eye.
Is it glowing?
Only to the very close observer.
It's not glowing, but like it's red. If you can see
Yeah.
that far in the dark,
It's
you
really
see
dark.
something big that's 9 feet tall, carrying like take it away, Baldus.
Oh yeah. So I am a blue. Oh here, you know, I've got a picture of my character I think somewhere. I'm a blue Vendalkin, naturally, in my wizard cloak, carrying my long staff, with 3 frost kobolds with me that are all named aptly. I'm just checking something. Yeah, and all you see is me currently, if you can see that far off, writing in a book. Also, what was the name of this town? Did we get that, Wolf?
Yeah, this town is called Burnsley.
Burnsley. Okay.
For those of you who care to remember, this is where Zyra was from.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Those of your characters that met her, at least.
Yep, there we go.
Yep.
Yes, there's Baldus with his amazing dreadlocks.
Mm-hmm. Many of them are fake.
Hey now,
and
don't tell them about my weave. Shut up.
And Hawk, what do you look like?
I am a very large white cat person with orange eyes and sleeveless monk robes that are tribal looking in style. Basically it. I have a little necklace with a little ball on the end. That's about it.
Sounds good. And as Baldus, Hawk, and Maxwell, Besmos is far down the road. I'll have him introduce himself in a second. But as you all look back, you see out of the inn, the same inn that you guys came out of, a little closer to you guys than the mob, you see Tonic.
What does Tonic look like?
Mm-hmm.
I would send a picture, but I can't do it.
You're welcome. Blame Trent for that.
Here. Boom. Sent.
There you go.
Yeah. It's a warforged with golden armor, a large weapon on his back, glowing golden eyes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And right now, there's just kind of this strange Mexican standoff as Tonic, you're looking down the road at these 3 people. These, well, 6 counting the kobolds. All kind
Wait,
of
why are
just
there
like staring
Why?
and waiting at this mob, and they're kind of staring back, waiting for the other to make the first move.
I would like
guess
to
I'll-
give a 2-finger salute and walk away.
To who? To the mob?
To the mob.
Just like, hello, have a good day. See you later.
Tip my non-existent hat and leave.
Tips fedora, milady.
Oh no.
Milady? Milady, I sent Topics.
Hawk
Please
isn't dealing with
respond.
this today. He has more important things to do.
Tips dreads.
As you salute and start to walk away, Besmos, you make your way over to them.
Yes, of course.
At
as
the
I
edge
do.
of town.
Yes.
You all see Besmos. He looked kind of this sickly, weird green, but you couldn't tell much more from a distance. Looking at him now, his like scaled skin is drawn taut against his muscles and his bones, like you would see on really just like an old person. Some of it's a little sagging, but most of it is drawn super tight against him. You see his lips are kind of curled up and inwards, and he's a little jaundiced. You see a couple of his like longer fangs have fallen out, and his eyes are super bloodshot. He looks like death.
That's a pretty fit death.
Like the actual death, or like looks like dying?
No, he just looks like crap
Yeah.
and looks like a dead person.
I'm going to look to prison bait. I'm going to say I think we found your father.
Hey, that's rude. He might be still be alive, you know.
That's why I said it.
You take 1 point of damage as prison bait shivs you in the side of the ribs.
He can't.
You
He's my
deserve that.
familiar. Fucking.
That's true. Actually, they can't hit. They can't fight you. Or
He just
or they
did.
can't-
Fucking goddamn it! There goes 1 HP off my temp HP. Fuck you. Unsummon you, little shit.
He stabs again. He stabs again.
Do you unsummon him?
No.
Alright. What would you all like to do? Y'all are starting to walk away as you reconnect with Besmos.
Do I see this mob?
You
Behind them?
do see the mob.
I'm gonna
And
yell
you
at
see
them.
there, as Baldus, Maxwell, and Hawk do turn away from them, the mob is starting to move. You see some of them start to like move through the alleys and like middle streets between houses and stuff, as to
Are they
not
trying-
super be seen. But they are all moving in the direction of your friends.
I'm just gonna yell to the group, and I'm just gonna say, "Hey, why do you have a bunch of people following you?"
Fans, we
And
need
I'm
to
just
run
gonna-
before.
We're a traveling circus, young man. We've made friends and fans.
I see. Okay. How much? Who weighs the least amount here? I'm guessing Hawk.
I think.
Hawk, or no, Baldus would.
I'm
How
a big
much do
guy. I'm
Hawk and
180
Baldus-
pounds.
How much? How much do
Oh.
Hawk and Baldus? How much do Hawk and Baldus weigh?
180 for me.
180. How much do you weigh, Hawk?
If he's there.
Hawk.
Unmute yourself, mate.
He weighs 245 pounds.
What?
As a
That's a
dex-based
fat fucking
kitty.
cat.
What the fuck?
He's fucking Garfield.
He is. He hates Mondays.
As
And
soon as
you.
he gets.
Tonic is just gonna start walking towards these guys.
Okay,
Just down the street.
sounds good.
Very
You
confused.
start making your way, in their direction. Are you moving towards the mob who's moving in their direction, or are you moving towards like the small group of people?
Small group.
All right. You make your way in that direction. You're just walking casually as they meet up with Besmos, and they're walking slowly. The mob is starting to overtake you. They're kind of gaining speed.
My adoring fans, please allow me to show you a great time. I'm going to ready that fireball again.
I'm back and I'm gonna hope I'm gone by now.
Maxwell.
Wait,
I'm
what are
going
you
to.
doing, Hawk?
I said I'm back and I hope I'm gone by now.
You're not gone.
Yeah, I want to be gone.
Also,
Okay, I mean,
Hawk,
you can sprint away if you want.
question,
Well, I do that, I'm
Hawk,
just gonna walk away. This isn't my problem.
why are you 240 pounds, by the way, Hawk?
Because I look up information before I do this. Tabaxis are heavily muscled. They're heavy.
Mm-hmm.
What? You're Garfield.
So
No.
I can either set the forest on fire, or I can shatter and basically completely terrify the entire peasants and probably kill half of them.
Baldus, can I? Do you want me to summon flying snakes?
No, I got this. I'm gonna.
I can
You're
throw a
about 30 feet away from them, and so is the mob.
All right. I'm gonna cast Shatter. In their general direction. Which is a 60-foot
Holy
range.
Crap.
I need them all to make a con save.
How many in a radius? Because there are a lot of them.
It's
It's a 10-foot radius.
Yeah, it's a 10-foot radius.
Okay. That's still
As he-
huge.
Can I also cast something?
You can. These are all commoners. What's the least amount of damage you can deal with?
Me? 4 points of
Yeah.
damage.
What's your spell save DC?
It's con 17.
They're not gonna pass that. Do you even need to roll?
Not a single one passed.
Alright, give me a moment. And since this is part of my... Since I'm attuned to that item, that's 4d8 worth of damage. That is 17 points of damage. And that would all be, I believe, thunder.
You see about half of the mob in this like 20-foot diameter just turn to jelly as this massive crack of like, it sounds like thunder mixed with like a crashing of a glass on the floor. Just completely obliterates them.
And
They
when
never stood a chance.
when this goes off, I want to wave back and say, apologies, no more autographs.
The remaining all charge.
Oh,
They
shit.
just sprint at you. Besmos, you said you were doing something?
Yeah, can I cast Thunderwave?
Oh
Yeah,
my god, we're
I
gonna
have
do a
that spell
fucking
too.
massacre.
You
Awesome.
can cast Thunderwave.
Okay,
Are
cool.
you
I want to
waiting
kill them
until
all.
they get up towards you to cast it?
Well, I mean, they're. Do you guys? Should I cast and tank? No, I'll just cast Thunderwave. Yeah, I'll wait till they get till they get close enough, like till they all get within range, and then I'll cast Thunderwave.
Okay. Because if you cast it now, they'd.
It's not gonna. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, not that it'll super do anything, but they're all
I mean-
gonna attack you before you Thunderwave them.
Okay. That's fine.
That's a miss.
Do you need assistance? I can,
That's a miss.
magic missile
That's a
them.
miss.
You can
That's
magic missile
actually
them.
a
That would be
hit.
fun.
Someone hit.
You take 4 points of damage as
Me?
someone actually hit you. Yeah.
Oh wait,
you
do
are
I have?
you are being surrounded by people now, and
Question: did I get a long rest beforehand or
Mm-mm.
no? Oh, okay.
no. Yeah, you took like the 6 hours to attune to that item, or whatever it was, and then you walked all through the night.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Lizard, do you need assistance? We are hiring.
I would love assistance.
Maxwell,
you
turn
you
around.
can Thunderwave them at this point.
Awesome. I Thunderwave them.
Awesome.
Oh god.
Maxwell,
I'm gonna make this real simple and easy. They're dead. You kill them.
Maxwell, turn around. We
Okay.
must burn the village down to remove any evidence that we were ever here.
I call dibs on the bones and the corpses.
Your Hawk, Feather, and Maxwell, your friend is terrifying.
Between the Thunderwave
I'm
and Shatter, there's not a whole lot left of these corpses. They're mostly just puddles of blood and viscera at this point.
Besides,
As I said, I call dibs on the corpse.
besides
Tonic-
the
You're standing here, and you see all of this go down.
Yeah.
I am struggling to find a way to bring this character in, considering the evil that just happened here.
I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to just point at him, staring. And I'm going to say to Baldus, "Do we kill this one too?"
No.
ah.
No. Calm
Miss-
down.
Wait, do I know what a Warforge is? Would I, Wolf?
You would.
Okay.
Yes.
Listen, how about this? How about this? He's not gonna say anything about us if we tell the police he's with us.
I'm just gonna look at the Warforge and go, "Good day, sir. You look like an interesting fellow. How would you like to join our wandering circus?" I'll be honest, you don't really have a choice here. You will either die today or you will join. With a big smile on my face.
Okay.
We'll treat you well. I promise.
Is this how you typically
Most of the
make
time.
friends?
This
No,
is how we-
but this is how we can start.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. Tonic just walks forward, kind of nods his head. Okay.
Okay.
I like this one. Simple to the
That's
point.
the best reaction I can think of to the slaughtering of all the men in a village.
Is there anybody left that we can see in this crowd?
Mm. Oh yeah. You see after these two massive, like incredibly loud sounds, after this horde of an angry mob rushed you guys, you see women and children, young and old, all starting to kind of peek out of their houses and immediately cover children's eyes as they pull them back inside.
All right, gentlemen.
You hear crying and weeping.
Let's not kill the women and children. Please don't say that. Please don't say
Of
that.
course not. Where I come from, we sell them into slavery.
No, that's even worse. Let's not do
Listen,
that.
we tie them up and take them with. We
No,
gotta make a profit.
We're leaving. We're leaving.
If we leave, they're gonna tell people about what we've done. Then we get chased down by things more dangerous. I've already gone to prison once. I don't want to go back. So we have two choices. We can either permanently mute them or burn the village down.
Oh god. We could just leave. I'm fine with being a criminal. Fucking hell.
As the neutral monk of the party, I'm gonna walk away without saying a word to the direction we were gonna head earlier.
I'll tell you what, gentlemen. Why don't you all head off in the direction, start figuring out where we're going. I will take a moment to speak with the villagers. I have a spell to mute most of them permanently. That will at least save us the time of having to kill all of them.
I'm taking Larry with me.
You're taking Larry
Who's
with
go-
you? All
I'm
right.
continuing.
Who's going to mute the villagers?
I will. I have a spell for that. Don't worry.
Wait,
I'll
are
go
we
with.
killing the children or not?
No. Lizard man. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Baldus, the leader of this traveling pack of
No, he's not
circus
anymore.
folk. I shall take care of these children, and I shall make sure that they are muted so they cannot speak a word of this, yet they can still grow up and prosper.
But what if they write?
I will take care of that as well, don't worry.
Are you
Oh,
gonna cut off
God.
their hands?
No, I would never do that. I'll just make it so that they're incapable of writing. Like, they're not smart enough. I have a spell that should lower their intelligence completely. To a
If
point
you
where
cut
they
off
will
their
be able to
hands,
prosper. No, I'm not
you-
cutting
if
off
you-
people's hands.
Can
I
I have
could
the
cut off
hands?
their hands.
Can I cut off? Can
No,
you cut off their hands? I
no.
want their hands.
I'll tell you what, we will go and find some goblins that you can cut up right after. But allow me to deal with these villagers.
I've always wanted a hand necklace.
Besmos, you feel a little tugging on this new cloak of yours, and you see a small little human child has come up to the group of you discussing whether or not to cut off their hands, and has just kind of yanked on your cloak and is looking up at you with the cutest little puppy dog eyes. And it
This
says,
one can keep it. This one can keep his hands.
All right. Allow me.
He's brave enough to face me. He deserves them.
Young people and old, I'm gonna start shouting to the village as hopefully my comrades are walking away. Please let us
We
gather.
want your hands.
Shut up! Let us gather in the inn. I am prepared to pay back what is owed, and I wish to revive all of your loved ones on the agreements that we all gather together, because I will need you all around me when I do this, so that I may use your memories to revive them. That's a 17 deception.
And your hands.
Roll again just for disadvantage because Besmos is actively yelling at them that he wants their hands.
Can I lean down
Can I
and
knock
wave
out
at the
Desmos?
child?
You can. The child is looking kind of afraid up at you guys now, but you lean down and wave to this little boy, and he kind of like he's a little shy, like he almost wants to dip behind Besmos. But then he realizes that Besmos is horrifying. And he just kind of
And
waves
wants
back at you.
hands.
They don't want to
Mid
dip behind the
wave,
big
I
fluffy cat.
accidentally cast Eldritch Blast.
All right, I like this kid.
Saving the child. No. No.
Maxwell and Hawk, please. You are already leaving. Don't. No. We're taking care of
Blind eye
this.
to this. I'm turning a blind eye to this. I'm done. I'm leaving.
What did he do?
Eldritch
That's
blast
a-
the child.
That's a 24
What
to
did he
hit.
do?
That hits.
You guys are like super
obliterate
choppy.
as you wave back at this child, you all see this glowing pulse of red energy start to glow up in his hand, and it launches out and slams into the kid, just absolutely splattering him.
I will immediately walk over to the part, start picking them up, and say, "Please,
What?
people, I will need your assistance to help with getting
What-
all of the
what?
dead back to life. Mr. Robot, I require your assistance. Please follow me.
Okay.
As you broke this, we
I
will
didn't know
fix
it
this.
did that. I didn't know it did that.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
we've got this."
Okay.
How many of the people are going to follow us, Wolf?
Maxwell and Hawk, you're walking away. You've been
Yep.
walking for a little bit, so you don't see this horrifying scene. That's good. Besmos.
I take the child's hands. I take their hands.
You
Please,
promised him you wouldn't take his hand.
please, Mr. Lizard Man, please come with me.
Well, I mean, he's
Join
dead.
us.
He's dead now.
Mr. Lizard Man, join me in the Warforged.
Oh.
We are gathering the villagers. In the end, I will use you or your assistance to make sure that we can get all these people back to life and take care of this. I'm going to wink at Besmos.
All
You
right, I'm going
see-
to.
There are a few people coming out of their houses. Not a lot, just a few.
Once again, people,
Okay,
if you do
I'm-
not come out, we will be forced to come to you. And let's be honest, you do not want this lizard fit man coming into your house. He is filthy. He is scaly. It is a bad situation. If
I'm
we
just gonna
gather
cut
in
off
the
your
end,
hands.
if we gather in the end, this will be
I
much
wo-
more
I'm-
effective.
Can I roll intimidation, Wolf, and say some words?
Oh no.
What do you want to say?
I say,
Ah.
if you do not come out right now, I will just rend the flesh from you and your children's bones while you are still alive. Please
Oh, this
comply.
poor village. God damn it! This wasn't what I was hoping. This is why I wanted to set the forest on fire to keep them away from us. I want to make that
So can I
clear.
roll?
You did this.
I know.
You
That
did
didn't
this.
work.
So I can roll, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Roll intimidation, and I forgot. I need to have you roll a D100 as well.
Oh no.
Awesome. Okay, I got a 15 for that, and I'll roll the D100 right now.
All right. 15. You see
14
one.
for the D100.
Okay. You see one super old person come out of their house. Like, they have nothing left to live for anyway. Might as well.
Okay, you get to live. I'm going into the other houses. Besmos is a man of his word.
All right. I'm gonna cast Fireball. Is to hit as many houses
Okay.
as possible. We're burning the people
I
inside.
want to say I hate this.
Listen, we tried. We were gonna try and make this clean, okay? But we can't have them telling our story, and I'm not going back to prison. I just got out.
You're definitely going back to prison if I'm sending you there myself, so be it.
Shut up, Hawkfeather. You walked away. We wanted to make
PvP.
this
Probably
clean.
should be in prison.
PvP.
I was gonna try and do something. I had a plan to scare them into keeping their mouth shut, but no, they didn't want to listen, so now we killed them all.
Okay.
Why did you say your daily madness, m'lady?
What?
Because your cloak gives you random madness every day.
Oh,
Huh.
All right.
okay.
So I guess me
And
and
that's what it is today.
Besmos are slaughtering everyone
I guess.
Except the old man.
and burning down the village as best we can without setting the forest on fire.
I'm just gonna walk away.
I'm already
Join
gone.
us in being
Sounds good. Okay, either Baldus or Besmos, roll a d20 for me.
Gotcha. There you go.
Okay.
I shall.
You slaughter the men, women, children, elderly, infants. You slaughter everyone. Everyone that you can see.
Lizard man, you're a good person. You understand. The entire group's silent.
All that being said, Hawk,
We're
Yep.
All right, burn down
you're
the hood.
teaching Larry.
Yes.
Maxwell, as you guys get probably half a mile away from the village, Hawk stops and brings you guys a little off the road. As he begins going through some fighting forms with Larry. And shortly after, Tonic catches up with you guys, Maxwell and Hawk, and Larry. Maxwell, what do you want to do?
what's Hawk teaching Larry about?
It looks like he's teaching him some very basic fighting forms. Some of the moves that you see Hawk use on creatures.
I want to try my ability, like the cool shit, you know, like what happened to me.
Which one?
I have returned. What did the DM say to me before I cut out?
He said
I-
you're a good person and you understand, even though you are both terrible
yes.
people.
I want to see if I still
I-
have the ability to climb trees and all that fun stuff.
Oh yeah.
Did we burn down and loot the
do.
village before anything?
You
Did we-
guys are in
did
the
we-
process right now.
Okay, let's burn it and loot it.
Sweet, I'm just gonna climb a
what-
tree and look around then.
Yeah, you climb the tree. You feel you still have these like kind of hooked ridges surgically placed into your arms. Even though you grew, they never receded, and you still have these claws on your hands and feet. You climb the tree well enough. Looking around, you see as far as you can see, completely barren, dry, dead trees. And about half a mile away, in the direction that you came from, a large pillar of smoke rising up into the air.
Wonderful. Now we can. We'll have an easier time knowing which direction we came from.
I'm just gonna climb down and ignore it.
All right, you climb down. Tonic, you've caught up with them at this point. You
I'm just
catch up
gonna
with them
sit
as
down.
you see. Yeah.
This was an experience.
Don't say anything. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Hmm?
He doesn't say a word. He just sits down.
That's fair. You guys wait for 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
I assume me and Besmos would
Besmos
loot
and
it.
Baldus. Yeah, make investigation checks.
Yay! I'm good at these. Let me get my dice out. Oops. And not knock over Gaul. Investigation.
Okie dokie.
18.
I got a 5 on my investigation check.
You got a 5 and an 18.
Mm-hmm.
You guys find a grand total of
My
the 4
gold.
gold that you gave them,
Yes!
along with about 24 copper pieces among the entire village, and about 12 silver pieces.
I'm gonna look at Besmos and say, do you want the money or shall I hold on to it? Oh, I think Besmos disconnected again.
I said, you can keep the money. I just want the.
Okay. How much was it again? 15 silver and how many copper?
It was 12 copper, or 12 silver, 24 copper.
Okay, got it.
And your 4 gold.
No,
Listen.
Are we sure? Are we sure we killed the entire village?
Yeah, I mean, during the investigation, I assume we'd be looking to make sure no one else was alive.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, no one survived.
Did we find the Goliath and the dwarf's corpse anywhere in the bunch?
You did. You found the Goliath, what looked like was the Goliath, burnt in one of the houses that you burned down.
I'll make sure to dig a hole for him and stuff him in it, and then put a grave there.
Is there any cellars, by chance?
With your investigation check, you can't find
DM,
any.
can you
Are there
look-
any sellers by chance?
Do I have a cigarette?
Make another investigation check.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, if we're gonna do a job, we might as well do it right and get it done with. 19.
19. You do find, under one of the smaller buildings, there is a stairway that leads underground.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Mold Earth as a cantrip, and make it so it crushes the entire room and anything in it. Even if I have to cast it a few times.
You do. And it implodes inwards. There's now just like a small little 10-foot kind of crater in the earth where you crushed this inwards.
Alright.
It probably would have been better to just go in there ourselves and deal with the problem rather than crush the earth, because there is the chance that they did survive.
Listen, Mr. Lizard, if you want to climb down and start digging, you're welcome to. I'm just here to finish a job. This isn't my kingdom, not my homeland, not my problem.
It is your problem when we get arrested. If we get arrested. Assuming we did the job well. I say as I gnaw on an arm.
I mean, you know what? I have a piece of paper. I'm going to take out an ink pen and one of my pieces of parchment of my 11, and I'm going to write a note that states, here lies, what the fuck was the name of the city? I've got it here. Brunsley, a town of death and dishonor, where the mighty blind dwarven warlord decided to kill his people before allowing them to be free. Rest in peace. And I'm gonna nail it to the marker I put for the Goliath's grave. And I'm not signing
Wonderful.
it. Just to make that very clear.
Wonderful.
Not signing it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Signed Baldus.
No.
Signed, the Grim Reaper.
Something
All
I
right.
All right, then I'm gonna start heading off, assuming we don't hear or see anybody else at this point.
Make a last perception check as you guys are wrapping up, heading out of the village.
Oh, nat 20, 26. I'm gonna die today
I'm
when
good
we
at
go into combat.
I got a 17 for a perception check.
You guys don't see anything.
All right, cool. Then
No sign of life.
I'm gonna high five Besmos and start walking back towards the rest of the group.
I need a long rest.
Well, let's join up with the others and camp out for the night and not ever speak of this again.
I am confused by this human gesture. What is this high five?
All right, listen, Mr. Lizard. Let's just go back to the group. We've done our job.
Oh. Okay. As I walk back.
Do you give him the universal lizard folk greeting?
Yes, I will slap him across the face.
All right. You slap him across
Do you
the
want me
face.
to roll?
and
Do you want me
walk
to roll
away.
strength? Do you want me to?
Are you trying to hurt him?
Well, I mean, it's supposed to hurt a little bit.
What's your strength score?
16.
Okay.
How am I stronger than
you
him?
deal 4 points of damage to Baldus.
Fucking didn't even
Okay.
do it to me. It went to my temp. How am I stronger than our tank?
You have a magic item.
Also, I have higher con, so there's that.
All right. You
And
guys
wisdom
start walking
at
down the
higher
road.
wisdom.
Is there anything Maxwell, Tonic, Hawk, and Larry want to do before?
Who the fuck is Larry? Who
I'm
is
very
Larry?
considering using my magic item. I'm gonna be honest.
Who is Larry? Who?
The
Who?
kobold.
He's one of the kobolds.
What?
He's a kobold.
He's a kobold.
Mhm.
You guys have kobolds?
I have 3 of them, yes.
What the fuck?
And I'm
Yeah,
training
it's
Larry.
Larry, Jack, and Prison Bait.
Prison bait?
Yeah, prison
Don't
bait.
don't laugh. He'll shank you.
He will.
And he has done it to me, and I'm his owner.
Well, if you asked what we wanted to do,
Yeah.
Hawk is very seriously considering getting his magic item ready to kill Besmos and Baldus.
Okay.
He's really considering it.
All right.
It would be so easy.
Well, by all means, let me know if you want to.
We'll decide when they
You
get here, what they
guys-
said.
Yeah, you have about a solid hour to train Larry and kind of prepare. Maxwell and Tonic are just kind of sitting, taking in what just happened this morning. Yeah, about an hour
Basically.
later, you guys see Maxwell, Tonic, and Hawk, and Larry are sitting a little ways off the road. But you all see Besmos and Baldus walking down the road in your direction.
Gentlemen, I apologize to inform you that we had to take care of the village as they continued to try and attack us after you left. Unfortunately,
Don't say anything. Don't say anything. I don't want to know.
I'm just informing you this was an innocent
I
act
don't
of
wanna know.
self-defense. Okay then.
I kind of want to call his bluff and start walking back to the village.
Roll insight.
Because if
I
the children are dead,
remember them attacking.
Sorry, what was that?
not bad. 18.
I don't remember them attacking back. Originally.
After that initial fight, no.
Atonic said quietly.
Mm-hmm.
Not to anyone in particular. He wasn't really talking to anyone. He was just musing to
That's
himself.
already- Don't
That's
worry.
fair.
Sir, after you left,
Sorry, what was your roll, Hawk?
18 on insight.
Yeah, roll deception.
me? All right,
Yeah.
gotcha. Oh god. That's a 4.
I know.
The
Yeah, you
dice
see
giveth,
right through it.
and the dice taketh away.
It was obviously not self-defense. They very much killed those people out of
Necessity.
In cold blood.
It wasn't cold.
yes.
We had a reasoning.
I start to remove my necklace. I think
Okay.
this is a good time for a purge.
What
I'll just clean the slate.
does that mean?
Hawk. Larry looks up at you and says, Larry.
Fucking damn it.
He's the best.
Larry, my child, have you been learning well?
I push Larry away from Baldus.
Yeah, he
That fucking tickled him.
Larry full
Trent, relax, man.
Larry fully hides from Baldus around behind Hawk.
Listen, Larry, you know what this means. We did what we had to, just like back in prison when we protected you. When Prison Bait got his nickname. We've spoken on this. We've dealt with the situation.
Jack goes, yeah,
God.
yeah. And Prison Bait, he's just sitting up on like Besmo's shoulder, just sharpening his shiv.
We've had to do some unpleasantries, but we deal with it according to what needs to be done to make sure we survive. We buried the people that were needed to be buried, and that we could bury to pay our respects, and we left everything taken care of. Now come here, my child.
Keeping Larry behind me. No, he's not going near Baldus. No.
He
Not
doesn't try to.
Not this monster.
Good sir, we would have been hunted down and killed if I hadn't done what we needed to do.
By the children?
By the men that still were alive in there. If they didn't put a bounty on us, that would have brought more men from other kingdoms after us. I understand you have no experience outside of this kingdom, but allow me to explain where I come from. This would mean you would be hunted down and destroyed. If they had backed off and left us be, we wouldn't have had to do what we needed to do. I paid the dwarf well, and he rallied up the entire town to attack us. I did nothing more than what was necessary.
Didn't he heavily underpay the dwarf for the rations?
No, I
No,
overpaid him.
He heavily overpaid.
I paid him 4 gold for a night
you-
and 2 weeks of rations.
You weren't there to hear him threaten the innkeeper of burning down the village. You weren't there to hear that. You weren't close enough by. But you do gather that Baldus is leaving some details out, just based on your previous insight.
I'm taking Larry and walking away. We're heading in the direction of the closest town.
That works for me.
Alright. You don't know where the closest town is, as the one to the south on this road was burned, and the one to the north was just slaughtered.
All I know is someone said something about a town, and
Yep.
we were going out of this gate, so it's this way.
Yeah, didn't the blind dwarf tell us of a town to go to? In the south?
He absolutely did. It was like 2 weeks away.
Yeah, that's why we got the rations, so heading in that
Yeah.
direction.
Alright.
I mean, I have a map.
Wait. You have a map, Mr. Warforge?
Yeah.
Of this area?
Yes. Well, I assume.
Well,
Yes, it
What
is.
was the town you burned?
Brunsley. If you're talking about the one we just left, or Burnsley.
Burnsley? Yes.
How
Then
ironic,
yes.
Burnsley.
Then yes,
Oh.
I do.
See? Perfect. Then we may follow his map to a better town, where we may pay to have a guard sent back there to take, and a cleric sent back there to take care of the town's burial. That should.
Hawk and Larry are about 100 feet down the road at this
God.
point.
Damn it, the stupid cat doesn't understand things. It's like it's
Would you
as
like
if
me to eat the? Would you like me to eat the cat?
it's as if he's been through hell. I mean, truly, what would he understand
He
of prison?
he was in hell though. We were.
You were, of course you were.
No, we were.
I guess we
Like
head
me.
to Shard. Wait, no, Shard's the other burnt down. So I guess we head to Gelly,
Mhm.
and eventually Briarfield.
Do we burn those ones too? I ask him.
Preferably not.
Let's try not to burn town. I
But it is
just
an
got
option.
here.
I agree with the young Warforged. Let's follow his map and get to where we can. Hopefully, the cat and Larry follow behind.
Also, DM
Hawk is about 200 feet down the road with Larry.
Wolf.
Yep.
Is this cloak supposed to have spells like attached to it? Because like I don't see the spells like in my spell list.
Yeah, I have to add them as a secondary thing that I did not get to, but
Oh, okay. If that's the
yeah.
case, then
you can cast them at that level.
okay.
Yeah.
So a question about it though. It says I
Yes.
can cast what was animate undead basically at any level that I wish. Did I understand that right? Or did I misinterpret what it meant?
Yeah.
Any level, like even like the max level, like 9th level or whatever.
Yep.
I'm looking up what 9th level animate undead is.
Oh Lord, please don't summon a lich.
Is
You
that- is
can't.
that- Yeah, I
It's
don't
not
think that's
possible.
what mine.
I would hope not, but yeah. All right.
I believe the highest you can get is like a mummy or something. Something like that.
When you cast this spell using a slot 4th level or higher, you animate or reassert control over 2 additional undead creatures for each slot, so above 3rd.
Hawk and Larry are about 300 feet down the road from you guys.
Yeah, I think we agreed.
I'm walking.
Yeah.
Oh, are you guys? All right.
Yeah, heading towards Briarfield.
All right. Yeah, that'll take you guys about 2 weeks, give or take. All right. One moment. All right, so you guys start heading off down the road. This will take you again about 2 weeks to get to Briarfield. You have a map, so you don't have to worry about navigating different roads here and there. Yeah, it's fair. All right. Unless anybody has anything specific they want to do, you guys are at a point where traveling overland, there aren't any bandits or any animals that just come along naturally that could threaten you in any way. Is there anything that you all want to do on your 2-week travel to Briarfield? Anything that you want to accomplish? Anything that you want to complete?
Just training Larry.
Okay. Over the course of these 2 weeks, training him when you can every now and then, Larry does gain 1 level and monk.
Do you want me to create a character sheet for Larry Wolf?
Nope, he is my NPC.
Okay. Well, I've got the familiar thing in on my character sheet.
Gotcha. Yeah, he is under your control, but only sort of.
Don't you steal my damn familiar away from me. I worked hard to get these things.
Alright. Anything else that anyone wants to complete or accomplish on the travels?
Can I tune more with my cloak at all, or like anything like that? I don't know. Is it possible?
What are you trying to do with it?
I want to like understand it more, I guess. Does that make
Okay,
sense?
yeah. Roll me a wisdom check.
Okay, sure. I can do that. I'm good at those. Wisdom check. That's a nat 20, 24. What do I know?
You know that as you dive your consciousness into that of this cloak, you know a few different things.
Okay.
You know that this cloak, through different dreams that you have on this journey, just while you sleep, and different kind of visions you have while you've closer attuned with this item,
Yeah.
you know that this cloak was skinned directly from the hide of Orcus himself, by Orcus himself.
Wow.
And oh, someone left.
Tonic left.
Lost the war
And left the server.
Oh. Okay. Did he leave the other one too? Yep. Guess he wasn't into it. Bro just walked. Wow.
Honestly,
I'm not surprised.
I'm not either.
for that.
That
Whatever.
was a lot to happen first session.
Listen, we had to deal with it.
There were about 20 other ways I could think of to deal with it.
I mean, you didn't recommend anything while we were dealing with it.
I had
I
to
did
walk away
say
for
to
2
walk.
minutes, and I came back to you murdering everybody.
I mean, you didn't have to leave. Just saying.
Don't expect Baldus to win.
Nevertheless, Besmos,
Yeah.
you gain a greater understanding into what it is to live, and what it is to live through undeath. You know, not just you think, but you know in your mind, through the power of this cloak that has given you information, life is futile.
Oh.
And the only thing that ever comes of life is death.
Oh.
And because of that, you
I see.
you don't feel the need to live anymore. You wish to live through undeath, and you believe you may be able to accomplish that. You don't know how, but you think this cloak may help.
I see. Interesting. Okay then. I'm assuming I didn't gain anything else out of that. Any
What are
further?
you trying to gain out of it? You tell me with a nat 20. What are you trying to gain?
Honestly, I guess that's all I really need to know. I'm fine with
Okay.
that. I'm fine with that.
That's alright. I mean,
I just wanted to know if there was anything else besides that, because like I'm fine with that for now. But I wanted to
yeah. If you think of any other questions, you have a pretty good insight into what this cloak is.
Is there anything further I could unlock by spending more time with this cloak? Like any
You believe
further?
there is. But it requires you doing different things. The easiest of which wouldn't be far off from what you just did to that town. But it would end
Murder.
up with you raising the village.
I was actually considering doing that.
Oh no! Listen, please. We've let those people go through a lot, man. Can we not leave them be? They're dead. Let's let that go.
Well, the corpses are no good anymore. They've probably been torn down to. Yeah.
Vesmo starts raising the dead. That's when the purge happens.
Hey, listen, I'm not part of this. I just did what I had
No,
to
you-
make sure we didn't get fucking bounty. I ain't
I'm
raising
still
no
indifferent
dead.
about if you're part of this.
Didn't you start this off by like killing people? So you know this is also your fault.
They were attacking us.
No, they weren't.
There was a mob coming after us. I did what was sensible.
I literally just said we should run.
We were running, and they were keeping up.
I have a
It
45
is true
foot
that
walking speed. How can they keep up?
They were not keeping up with Maxwell.
they
Okay.
What are
keeping
you
up
talking
with-
about?
I didn't
They were-
realize
they were-
that.
I can
Also-
fucking lap you.
They were keeping up with both me and him though.
But they
That's
would have
true.
given up sooner or later because they have to go back to their homes.
I didn't realize that Maxwell was that fast, so I take fault in this. If I had known that we could outrun them, I would have left them be. I thought they were keeping up with us, so I was like, okay, let's get rid of them. That was my thought process. Either way,
Also,
Either
we
way.
we literally started before them. Even if we have the same walking speed, we'd be lapping them.
It took just about an hour to scare this guy away.
New record.
honest, I think that's the first player I've ever had quit because of the, like mid-session.
I mean, to be fair, we did basically just murder an entire town. I can understand why someone would leave after that.
I mean,
They probably thought, man, this is the kind of campaign I got into. Ooh.
we did warn him about
Ooh.
the chaos.
Yeah, we did.
This is
And-
a very
Not
chaotic
the evil.
Well,
Not
this
that
was just
evil.
this was our first actual evil session. We are only dealing with this because of what happened. It's not like we went out to kill this village. That was not the goal. We were trying to entertain them at first to try and get some information. Making that argument, we did try to become circus folk. We tried. Oh man.
Whew. Oh well, it doesn't matter.
If
He
you're
won.
put off,
Don't
Wolf,
care.
we can end the session here, man.
A little bit.
Okay.
Um,
I want to play Apex and run away from this shit.
yeah. Let's.
Call the session.
Yeah.
Okay, no issue. All right.